Sportsview London, boxing news from the capital city. I want to basically talk a little bit today about the situation with Gennady Golovkin. He's obviously just announced his fight against Willie Monroe Jr, to which he's been heavily criticised on social media. Gennady Golovkin and his team 100% want to fight 4 times in a year. Now, enable for them to do that, Gennady Golovkin has openly said that you have to go to place you have to fight in Monaco, you have to fight in wherever it will be in America. But the fact of the matter is when you're going through the options available, 160 is Team Golovkin's focus at the minute. So he wants 4 fights in a year. He's had the fight against Martin Murray in Monaco. So now you move on to May against Monroe Jr. And then he was already tried to make the fight with a called out Cotto. That everyone knows that, and it's very tough to criticise. I think it's very tough to criticise someone when they're making noises that they want the fights. They want, he's openly said after fights he'll fight anyone at 160, even offering to go to 168 to fight the likes of Carl Froch in England next year. That's a fight. When I personally interviewed Gennady last year in London, it was a fight that he was open to and actually brought up. It wasn't prompted from myself. He brought it up. He would like to fight Carl Froch in England. Regarding the governing bodies, the IBF is vacant at the minute. That's to all be fought for. The WBA, Gennady holds. The WBO is Andy Lee against Peter Quinlan, and then even then you've got Billy Joe Saunders as a mandatory to the winner of that fight. So you can't. Golovkin doesn't come into the WBO mix for a good while there. The WBC, obviously Miguel Cotto, regular champion. Gennady's interim. It's tough. It's tough to listen to people criticising. People entitled to their opinion. That's fair enough. But it's like when people say, "Oh, Golovkin's not a star. He's not a pay-per-view star because he hasn't fought anyone." It's through no fault of his own. Believe me. I spoke to his promoter Tom Loeffler at length a few times now, and they, as I've said before, their focus is 160. Cleaning out 160, and then they move on. They move up to super middle, and you can only do what you can do. If you want to fight 4 times in a year, what do you do now? You fought once, and it's coming up to April. And you want to fight 3 more times in a year. You've got to get these fights. And one more important thing about Willie Monroe Jr, he's a southpaw. And people say what they want about the stamp and the standard of opponent, but Golovkin's been asking for a while, bring me a southpaw. And it's something he wants to do. Let's not forget as well, Golovkin's recently said, I've moved down to 154 to fight Mayweather or Pacquiao. How many people are doing that? They're talking about moving up to 168 next year to fight Froch, and moving down to 154 to fight even Mayweather or Pacquiao. You've got to hand it to Golovkin. He's not sitting around, cherry picking opponents. He's calling everyone he can out. And let's be honest, no one wants to fight Golovkin. That is a fact. I spoke to Abel Sanchez, Golovkin's trainer in Monaco, shortly after the weigh-in with Martin Murray, and he basically was saying that, it's all very well having these plans and laying things out, and people saying this and people saying that, but no one wants to fight him. It's even when you move up to the likes of Kovalev, Sanchez was saying there, he's saying he would, miles apart weight wise, but it's not. He said that Kovalev was wary and almost scared of Golovkin. So it just goes to show you, the power, even in the amateurs. If you look back to granted, the footage isn't brilliant, but the fight with Golovkin's fight in the amateurs with Lucien Bute, it was unbelievable to watch. You know, trading with him. You know, you could see the size difference on the day was massive, and he took Bute out. You know, like he was nothing, and yeah, just basically want to just put across. You know, it's all not. You know, I think people on social media like to sort of jump in and criticise. Oh, who's Willie Monroe Jr. and what's he done in boxing? I haven't even heard of him. But you want to fight a southpaw, and no one else is willing to step up and fight you. Well, what do? You know, he wants to keep busy, and he's in our opinion. You know, it doesn't take a lot of predicting, in our opinion. But many people say, "Oh, Golovkin will get found out." You know, is he that special? But trust me, he is the real deal. And once he gets that fight, the Miguel Cotto fight, or he gets another belt, you know, maybe further down the line. You know, maybe goes to WBO, or when the IBF sorted out. Once he starts cleaning those belts up and he gets that big name, then you will see what Golovkin's about. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter @SportViewLondon.